so I decided that I'd finally learn to draw backgrounds after only drawing characters for the past century. I know, I am such a dedicated artist. In learning to draw backgrounds, for a whole 2 days, I actually found a very good method on training myself to both build a visual library with studies and be able to draw my own original backgrounds in a short span of time. So today I'll share this golden knowledge with all of you. The first thing I need to discuss is the study then apply method. Typically what is taught to art students is study so you can finally apply what you've learned and make a masterpiece. But what I think is more effective is studying one specific piece and then immediately being forced to apply what you've learned. This keeps you from mindlessly copying an image and not gaining anything, because after the first study you'll know exactly what you should be getting from each image, so you don't flop as soon as it's time to apply. It's a major time saver. Also, if you wait weeks to apply what you've learned to an original design, you may have all this internal knowledge but no ability to pull it out and use it. The second tip I have is the emphasis an artist needs to have online work. After trying to apply what I learned from the first painting, I immediately realized that I had no idea what was going on in my first study and was just acting as a human color printer. I analyzed the piece by drawing in the horizon and landforms that I saw so that I could then create my own landforms. This is extremely important when learning to draw backgrounds, and I would not have figured this out had I waited later to apply what I learned. The picture I came up with was fairly similar to my reference photo, and that's okay. What I wanted to train was coming up with anything remotely creative with what I've learned so far. For the next image, I made sure to analyze the reference with line work first thing, because your girl learned from last time. Yay, look at me actually being able to draw a background. Sure, it's very similar to the reference photo, but this is a heck of a lot better than I could do before. A rule of thumb is when you're studying things, quantity always wins over quality. It's a waste to fully render every single study you do when you could be building your visual library more and more after every quick sketch. Okay, seriously though, if you're studying backgrounds, draw out the landforms. I even ditched the painting efforts at one point just to analyze what the frick-frack was happening in these photos. Thanks for watching me learn to draw backgrounds so my characters don't have to be in space or with an abstract background. Next video you can call me out on whether or not I actually have skills to black up my talk when I full on draw and render a forest scene. Until then, remember to study, then immediately try and use what you learned to make your own piece based on what you've just learned. Also make sure to draw what's happening perspectively in each piece. Good luck and let your characters not be in space. If you want to know how I use this study then apply method on other artist topics like anatomy and faces, let me know beans. Peace.